Robbins here with another video blog message. This week I'm talking about receiving appreciation from other people. I've been thinking a lot about it. I've talked a little bit about this the last few weeks. I just had my 40th birthday. It was last Friday, and it was quite a big deal, a big experience, and I've really been thinking a lot about my birthday and a lot about life and a lot about this milestone and my family and the people I love, and just sort of reflecting on life and contemplating it in an interesting way, and I've been enjoying that. And as my birthday came about, in addition to my own personal reflections, I've just been blown away and humbled and honored and grateful by all of the beautiful blessings and expressions of appreciation and gratitude and the wishes of happy birthday and all of the great things that have come about in the last week or so. And my wife, Michelle, just went over the top in putting some great things together, and we had a nice big party with lots of friends and family, and my sister also worked with Michelle, and they put together these incredible photo collages from my life. And Michelle worked for about a month on a project that was this incredible gift of people making videos and leaving messages of appreciation for me, and it was just like, I couldn't imagine a better birthday. But one of the things, though, that I noticed in the process of receiving all of this incredible, beautiful appreciation was there were times, especially as it went on for a while, that it actually got kind of hard. And I found myself at some level, both overtly and even sort of more covertly, having a hard time receiving all of the appreciation, which, it's not that I've never had this experience before, but I really started to think about it more deeply. And, I'm somebody, as you probably know, who talks a lot about appreciation, writes a lot about appreciation. A big focus of my life and my work is about appreciation, both the giving and the receiving of appreciation. And it was interesting to have this experience and to see where my own resistance comes in, where I have a difficult time letting it in. If you've heard me speak live at an event or heard me talk about this, you've probably heard me talk about, receiving compliments and how important it is for us to do that. And for the most part, a lot of us aren't very good at it or aren't very comfortable. And I will often say, when someone gives you a compliment or expresses their appreciation for you, your job is to just say thank you and then shut your mouth, right? Not to say or do anything else. All you got to do is say thanks. But in reality, what we often do is one of two things. We either kind of return the favor, give appreciation or compliment back, and we may mean it, but oftentimes it's such a knee-jerk reaction, we don't actually allow ourselves to receive the beautiful gift of their appreciation. Or on the flip side, and often even worse, is we'll argue or discount or some way diminish the appreciation, not to be rude or disrespectful, but just because sometimes it's hard to actually receive. And so I know this, I'm aware of this, and I've become, for the most part, gotten past doing one of those two things when someone gives me a compliment, I do realize that at a much deeper level, there are some things that'll come up for me, if you will, or some resistance that I'll have to appreciation. And I started to notice this last week as Michelle was just being so generous and so gracious and so wonderful to me in her expressions of appreciation, my sister Lori as well, and other people. I started to feel a little bit guilty, like, oh gosh, I don't know if I was that way for Michelle's 40th birthday, or if I have been that thoughtful or that kind or that generous or that appreciative. Also with some of my friends, some of my family members, the same thing. Like, just the level of thoughtfulness, I started to find myself feeling insecure about reciprocating that, or just wondering if I've been that way with them. And while I think it was healthy and important for me to think about that, I also realized, that was one way in which I wasn't allowing the appreciation to really land. I also started to have thoughts about, well, do I really deserve this? Is this really warranted? Am I worthy of this? That level of sort of deservability, or am I good enough? And again, it was interesting, and I think important to have those awarenesses, but also notice, that's another way that I can resist or discount the appreciation. And I think for each of us, your version of it may be different. Sometimes we might receive a lot of appreciation, like for a big birthday or something, or sometimes we might feel like we don't receive nearly as much as we'd like or we want, or wherever we find ourselves on that continuum. Notice and ask yourself the question, how comfortable am I receiving gratitude, appreciation, and ultimately love from other people. Because while that appreciation and that love is absolutely beneficial to us, can be really empowering, can be really healing, can be really just a wonderful experience, it's also an incredible experience for the other person. You know, they've scientifically proven now that when one human being expresses gratitude, appreciation, or provides an act of kindness or service for another human being, and it's received, it's really important that it's received, it actually raises the serotonin level in both people's brains. It physiologically makes us, the receiver, and also the giver, happier, less stressed. But what can be difficult at times, and what often short-circuits that positive, virtuous cycle, is that we don't allow ourselves to really take it in. So not only do we miss the gift and the benefit of the appreciation coming to us, we make it more difficult, uncomfortable, and ultimately awkward for the other person to express the appreciation, and therefore they either don't do it, or it's not nearly as fulfilling when they do. So take a look in your own life, whether it's in a small way when someone just gives you a compliment or says something nice, or in a bigger way when something maybe bigger happens or someone really expresses some profound appreciation for you. Can you practice opening yourself up, breathing, and really letting it in, letting it land, both for your own benefit, absolutely, but also for the benefit of the people around you? Because when we do that, not only will we receive more appreciation from people, we'll actually create an environment around us where appreciation can be both received and given and expressed much more authentically, much more abundantly, and much more healthily, if you will. And when we do that, it benefits us and everyone around us in such a beautiful way. Thanks for watching. I'm having a lot of fun doing these video blog posts. I hope you're enjoying them. Feel free to leave a comment or stay in touch with me, and I look forward to connecting with you again soon.